Hey everyone, it's your girl Nisi here with Wild Pear Tarot. Thanks so much for tuning in to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm a tarot and oracle reader, also an alchemist and a light worker, and I specialize in celebrity readings. I also do pick-a-pile readings and channeled messages for the collective. So welcome. Thanks so much. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, y'all, let's get into it. All right, we're doing a reading on Lizzo. All right, I've actually been wanting to do a reading on her for a minute. She's an amazing singer and songwriter. She's also a classically trained flautist. She is also a bad bitch. All right, and she is a twerkaholic, all right? I know y'all see her on IG twerking up a storm and looking beautiful and just being a boss. So I decided to do a reading on her to cover and see what's going on with her in terms of her life musically. She put out an album, I think about 2 years ago, which was, I think, Grammy. Did she win a Grammy? I think she won a Grammy for that. She had a whole bunch of hits, y'all. A whole bunch of hits. You know, she's done music with Missy Elliott, which is like, I mean, how amazing to do a song with Missy Elliott. I think she's done music with Ariana Grande, with Harry Styles. She's just out there. She puts herself out there. She's very confident. She loves herself. And I love her energy. So we're going to go ahead and get started, y'all, with the reading and go ahead and ask these questions. Now, I do have my crystals in front of me. So, you know, I got my selenite. All right. I got all my selenite here. And then I have purple amethyst. So the purple amethyst crystal is what Spirit wanted me to bring out for this reading, just to, you know, provide more grounding and you know, really a nice good energy as I do this reading. I'm gonna let Spirit speak, you know, whatever Spirit has to say about Lizzo and where she's at musically, where she's at emotionally, maybe spiritually, mentally, you know, all these different aspects of her life and what's going on with her. I already did my prayers and did my meditation. So let's get into it. Okay. We're going to start with the Sun and Moon Tarot deck. We're going to ask about her music career. Spirit, can you provide insight into her music career? What's going on there? Thank you, Spirit. Lizzo's career trajectory has been quite interesting. I mean, she's gone through a lot of stuff. She has, I believe she's like toured and recorded with Prince before. I don't think she's toured with him, but there was a moment where she was living in Minneapolis, and I mean, she's been able to connect with Prince. Like, she's been in different bands before going solo. And she's always had a very eclectic sound, but it's rooted in gospel and hip hop and pop, and it's like it's a mix. It's a mix of like different genres all into one. And her voice just, I mean, I think she makes, ultimately, I think a lot of people will agree that she makes like pop music, but she has influences from a lot of different places. I mean, you hear so many different influences in her songs. So, but she knows how to make them hits, y'all. So let's see. Spirit, what's going on in her music career, any albums, any new songs coming out, anything we can expect, Spirit. Thank you so much. Spirit is telling me expect an announcement February or March. Expect some kind of announcement from her in regards to, I don't think it has anything to do with music. Spirit's telling me something about like fashion or some kind of collaboration, something that may come out either next month or March in regards to some sort of collaboration or some kind of announcement that's coming through for her. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, Spirit. So I was listening to her music, you know, because I wanted to kind of get a feel for kind of what's going on with her right now. And I'm hearing the soulmate song, because I'm my own soulmate. I know how to love me. I know that I'm always going to hold me down. So that energy is like still very much there. Like she feels like she kind of has the formula. She knows the formula to make good songs. I was looking at an article. Let's see what's coming up here for her. Okay. All right. Whew. Okay, y'all. All right. So we got the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands. We got the Tower card in the reverse. We have the Three of Cups in the reverse. We have the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Wands. This energy to me is, there's a lot of fighting energy. There's a lot of passion that's trying to, it's like Spirit is telling me overexertion is what that's the word I'm hearing, overexertion. Sometimes she has a lot of music, actually. She has been recording consistently and constantly. I think she lives in LA, and she has been working on music. This past year that you know, everyone's been inside because of this global pandemic, she has been creating. She is putting a lot of pressure on herself, though. I think she's going to come out victorious, but there's some pressure that she has putting on her, that she's actually putting on herself. And I think it's because it's like, I keep hearing that lyric from the Soulmate song, like, I know that I'm always going to hold me down. It's something about her feeling like her journey is a solo one. It's something about her feeling like she doesn't have friends in the industry. And it's not to say that and this is her perception, y'all. So this may not necessarily be accurate, but it is truth to her. She does feel like that there is some level of conflict here, right? That is keeping her, it's like there's healthy competition. There's some healthy competition, right? She wants to maintain this kind of persona of being a bad bitch and loving herself and loving her body. And, you know, that is true to her. That is accurate. But in some ways, it's also a persona that she feels like she has to uphold. And there's some things here, because it's like she feels like she has some kind of competition. I'm hearing like with a lot of these other artists who like are in the pop field, who because of their image and because of like their oddities or like their oddness, it kind of like helps them stand out, and she feels like she always has to kind of be on it. Now she shows different sides to herself, but you don't get to see everything. Y'all don't get to see everything, y'all. But she oftentimes, you know, she has this like amazing laugh, and I'm hearing like, you know, she has this hearty laugh that she, you know, that people like really love and extend grace to her because of it, because of her joy. Like the positivity and the confidence that she exudes is very much present, but there seems to be like competition going on in terms of her in terms of like people in the industry that she feels like she has to kind of like compete with and to get to like where she wants to get to. It does show her coming out victorious, but there are some things that she has to kind of address. And it's with the Tower in reverse, it's giving her an opportunity to address it before it all goes to shit. She has to be mindful of that, right? When the Tower card is in reverse, it is oftentimes something that is like, you can manage this type of destructive thing that's getting ready to happen. There's an opportunity. Whenever you see the Tower card in reverse, it shows that there's an opportunity for that person or whoever you're asking about or whatever you're asking about. There's an opportunity to manage it, or it could also be a signal of something that is being mismanaged, and because of it, something is crumbling. But something that was meant to crumble. But in the reverse, it's showing that there's an opportunity to kind of like do some PR. And this is her music, right? So there's something going on here where it's like something's being either mismanaged or something is getting ready to like go to shit if it's not taken care of. And you can kind of like PR it to death, right? You can do your public relations and set up something to make it seem like something that's not really there. And I hope I'm not really going in circles with this, but there's just a lot of like movement I'm feeling. There's a lot of like, okay, I have this idea of what I want my album to look like, but there's pressure from her company, there's from her record company, there's pressure from what's going on in the music world in terms of her competition. She's trying to figure out how to navigate it, how to get, understand that there's healthy competition, right? Because of course you want to be on top, right? You're going against like the Billie Eilishes and the Ariana Grandes and like the other like huge Taylor Swifts and like those pop stars up there. And I think with this second album, she's trying to figure out like, where do I fit in the lexicon? Where do I fit in the pantheon of pop stars? Where do I fit? And can I be successful? Can I... Seven of Wands here is like, can I be successful and have the strength to come out on top? And it looks like she is. I mean, if there's another number one hit, I would not be surprised. If she has like a top three or top 5 hit, is what I'm getting from this. Like, she's gonna be victorious. The Queen of Wands here coming out, it's her fighting through, right? It's her kind of going through whatever conflict or in this case, quote unquote, strife, any sort of conflict or anything that she kind of has to work through in her music career. She has to address that there is healthy competition, but there are people in the industry that she feels are not her friends. And how is she going to navigate that? There is something that is being mismanaged in her music career. There is an element here that's being mismanaged, and there has to be some kind of PR situation or something where it's like it has to be handled, right? I'm thinking of like, the show Scandal, Olivia Pope, where she's like, it's handled, right? It's like what you see is not really what happened. So there's something there. There's something going on in her music career. And it could be like a music video or like just something is happening or is going to happen where she's going to have to manage. Something has been mismanaged and now she has to like correct it and cover it up. There's going to be some kind of like cover up or like something where I just keep hearing like PR to death. She's going to PR it to death. So what you thought you knew is like not really it. What you think is what is being presented out there for everyone is not really it. But Seven of Wands here, and then the Queen of Wands. She's going to come out victorious. I'm seeing there is going to be some kind of either a top 5 hit. Expect an announcement. Spirit saying expect an announcement either next month or March. If not, it may be April, May time frame. But it's like springtime. And she just has she's worried. There's just a worry here about competition and whether or not she can hold her own. If she can, it's about like her wondering if there's always that in music, right? There's always that thing about the sophomore slump, right? They call it the sophomore slump, where like your second album isn't as great as your first one, as your debut, because you're putting everything out there on the table. So for her, it's very much about, can I remain on top? All of these hits that I've been able to amass, can I remain on top? Is this something that's viable for me? Can I do it? And so there's pressure that she's feeling about whether or not she can do it, whether or not she can come out with more hits, and if it's going to really resonate with her audience and resonate with on a global scale, in the pop music genre, like, or in these music genres that she wants to experiment. She's gonna have help though. But unfortunately, it's like people she wants to work with, it's like they don't really want to work with her. It's something going on here. It's like I think she's also reached out to people who have said no to her. And she's trying to figure out, how do I navigate this? And she was like, well, damn. I guess she was like, well, damn, I thought they liked me, but I guess not. Or maybe they don't think that my brand is in parallel, in alignment with their brand, and they don't want to work with me. It's like something that she has experienced in making her music. It's like maybe she went to a couple of artists that she like really loves, and they said no. They said no to her, and she's like, well, damn, I guess I don't really have as much love as I thought I did, that type of thing. So she's being mindful of that, and she's trying to remain victorious here. She's trying to really push through and remain victorious, and it looks like she is going to come out of it. This Tower card here, though, she's got to manage it. Something about her managing, right? Okay. That's where she's at. Okay. We're gonna continue with the same deck here. We're gonna ask about her love life. So Lizzo is pretty quiet about her love life. We don't know who she's dating. If she's dating anyone at all, if she's seeing anyone, it's real hush-hush. And I think she likes to keep it that way because of, people have a lot to say about her. Her being a Black woman. Also the fact of, her being a fat Black woman, her being a plus-size Black woman. And the ridicule and the disrespect that she has to take it's so crazy, y'all. And I mean, fat phobia is real. And it needs to be dealt with swiftly. But she stays being her confident, loving self, and that continues to shine through even as she deals with that. And I don't know where this idea is. I don't know where it comes from about, fat people not being loved too. I don't know where I don't know where that is, y'all, but we all have different bodies, different shapes, different sizes. It should not matter how much fat we have on our bodies. And that should not determine whether or not we should be loved and taken care of. That has no bearing on just like on who on our identity, and then also like on whether or not even just being questioned about being loved. So that's just a really interesting thing that I've noticed in the sphere or the realm of Lizzo and her artistry and like her identity. I think she really talks about body positivity. But let's see what's going on in her love life, because girls need love too. Girls need love too, okay? Girls need love too. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, Spirit. What's going on in her love life? Thank you. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see if this is on alignment. Thank you, Spirit. What's going on in Lizzo's love life? Is there a man or somebody that she connects with? Thank you, Spirit. Whew. All right. So a song came to me. A Beyonce song came to me, and it's Baby Boy featuring Sean Paul. You know, the baby boy, you sing on my mind. Sorry, I'm like dancing. You can't see me. But I'm like dancing because I haven't heard that song in so long. But it's Baby Boy by Beyonce featuring Sean Paul. Y'all, go check out that music video. And I don't know if there's like a live performance, but that song was so hyped back then, but it's hyped now. All right, so we got the Hanged Man in the reverse, Two of Cups. And the Strength card. Okay. So the Hanged Man in reverse, the Two of Cups, and the Strength card. So Spirit, so first that song came to me, and then I had a vision of her with a chocolate man, a dark-skinned chocolate bar man, and you know, just like taking her out, taking her shopping, like just taking her out. This is coming up for her. This is not in her life right now. She may be talking to somebody right now, but Spirit is telling me this is what's coming up for her. This is not kind of even though this is like the current energy, it's the current energy because she is like attracting like very good looking men, very, strong men who like want to take care of her and like want to give her everything. Like she has some options, but there seems to be one guy in particular who's going to like stand out to her. I'm getting, and like Two of Cups coming out upright. Y'all already know. I mean, if y'all read tarot, this is definitely something where this suitor could turn into a love connection for her, a romantic relationship and a romantic partner for her. It does look like they have a lot in common. The only thing that is a bit interesting is there's some concern here. Oh, okay. I had another image. There's some concern here about this person being so tough that there's an abusive streak. There's an abusive streak that he may have, and she has to be very mindful of that. So she has to be discerning. This is about her being discerning in love and not trying to rush anything. The Hanged Man in the reverse. The Hanged Man upright is pretty much telling you like, time out, cool out, time out, cool out, wait wait, wait. You need to sit and wait. You need to sit and wait. But it's in the reverse, and I feel like what I'm getting is like a mom who is like scolding their child and telling them, like, you know, black moms, they'd be like, if you don't sit your behind down, if you don't sit your behind down, that I've heard that from my mom a couple times when I was a child. But it that has I heard that. I heard that when I was looking at this card. It's like, it really is. It's like, sit your behind down. You know, before you get into a relationship with this person or these suitors, like, sit your behind down, take a beat. This is telling you, this is like, warning, like, you know, like the alarm bells are going off. It's like, no, you need to sit and wait. You need to sit and wait. Let people show you, you know, let their actions speak. Let their actions speak, not just their words. Let their actions speak. Let them show you whether or not this is going to be the right love connection for you at this time, whether or not this is going to be someone that you can really, truly be with. You know, wait and see if this is like a person who's worthy. But this person coming in is like very strong. He has a very like strong demeanor. He's very confident and secure. But then on the very like flip side, there was, you know, because this came out upright, but because I saw like there's an abusive streak there, that like sometimes the strength is overpowering. There's something here that is like someone who's very adamant, and how, you know, like, this is oftentimes, strength is usually a card of like, not just being physically strong, but being mentally strong. Are you spiritually tough? Can you withstand, you know, things that come at you? Do you have self-control? You know, are you able to hold on, right? To whatever it is, hold on to your bearings, like, you know, hold on to your convictions, to your beliefs, to be strong and rooted in that. And I think there's gonna be like almost like a test about, you know, you see how this moon, you see how with both cards here, you have the moon, and the moon, because I'm seeing the story, right? So the Hanged Man in reverse to the Two of Cups to the Strength card. So you see how the moon is in the background, and here it's bigger, and it's much more in your face, and it's a bit darker, this picture. So it's just something here where it's like, there's a side of the love. There can be a side of their love that may be tarnished or maybe like dark. There's something going on there with that, where an aspect of their love or their connection can be rooted in like a control, some kind of like control issue, like some kind of control issue here. That kind of push and pull. So that energy may be present in their connection, but it is something where, you know, whoever is coming through for Lizzo, it can be a really great love for her, but there's just this warning of it not turning, it could possibly turn abusive, or it could possibly turn into something a bit darker, because there is an issue of control, and that's why she has to kind of wait and see. She has to sit her behind down and see how things play out. See how this person is and how he acts, not just in these like very quiet moments between the two, but like how this person will act in front of family, in front of friends, in the limelight. You know, like, see him in different environments, and see how his love comes through and his actions come through in different environments. And this is actually for anyone who's watching this. Spirit wants me to say something interestingly. anyone who's watching this, there's someone who's gonna watch this video and connect with this, and somebody in who's gonna watch this video is gonna be like, this is my story and it didn't end well. I don't know, Spirit, okay. I don't know, what that is about, but like, I feel like somebody is gonna watch this video and be like, this was exactly my story, and I didn't pay attention in the very beginning, and I thought this was gonna be a really great love story for me, but it turned out it went in a different direction. Somebody's gonna like, I don't know what that's about, but yeah, that's where she's at in love. There is love coming for her. She just has to be very mindful, and she does have to take a beat. She does have to be cautious and really have that person show her, right? Oh, Nine of Cups. Yeah. Oh, Lord, this song, so I was shuffling and the Nine of Cups came out, and I keep hearing the soulmate song. I'm my own soulmate. I'm my own soulmate. This something about her, she has to, the joy and the positivity that she exudes that comes from like this inner light and this inner fire from her is like, that's what's going to keep her. If she remains in that energy, like, I'm my own soulmate. That is such a powerful thing to say, y'all. That's such a powerful lyric. Because I know oftentimes we're a lot of us want love, right? A lot of us want to be loved by somebody else. In a romantic way, right? We want someone to hold us down. We want someone to show us that they care and that they care about us and that they're for us. But oftentimes we have to find that within ourselves first, right? Because love, the more that I personally learn about love, I do feel like love is a choice. It is not something about, oh, well, I fell in love, right? I think that's more like the puppy love type of thing when you have a crush on someone. But as you get older, and you are looking for something romantic, with someone, you do, it's a choice. It's a choice that you make. To be in it with somebody, right? To actually give, that type of energy to somebody. And her song, Soulmate, she was really trying to talk to herself. She was really trying to talk to herself. This Nine of Cups, is, you see this girl kind of frolicking and like enjoying, she's enjoying her life. She's happy. She's free. And I think that Soulmate song was really trying to capture that. It's like, I can find joy and happiness with myself, like, cause that's always within me, so before, I think it's definitely, I don't know why Spirit had that jump out, but it's like, it's a message, for anyone else who's watching this, and probably for her too, but for some of y'all who watch this, like, go listen to that Soulmate song, because it's a very powerful message about loving yourself first, about seeing yourself as your own soulmate, as someone that you can hold down, you can take care of, because whatever love you're giving to somebody else, you have that within you. That is already within you, right? So any kind of love that you're giving out externally, that is within you, and you just have to remember that. So you don't always have to be like looking outside of yourself for that. Now, all of us are deserving of that type of love, right? But it's just to say that, like, you don't have to look out. You oftentimes don't have to look outside. You don't have to look outside for, I don't want to say oftentimes. You don't have to look outside for that love, the love in which you seek, because it's already within you. Because you are your own soulmate, like, for real. So this Nine of Cups here is very powerful. All right. Spirit had that pop out while I was shuffling. I was like, all right. Spirit got a message. Let's get into, let's see here. So we're going to get into friendship next, and then we're going to finish it up with the Oracle deck. So I'm switching to the Morgan Greer Tarot. Thank you, Spirit. Whew. I know how to love me. I know that I'm always gonna hold me down. 'Cause I'm my own soulmate. I know how to love me. I know that I'm always gonna hold me down. I'ma marry me one day. Yo, Lizzo. Lizzo was not playing with y'all. She was not playing. What's going on in her friendship circle? And this is like outside of, you know, music, or it could be inside of music. Spirit, what's going on with her friendships and connections right now? If you want to add family too, thank you, Spirit. Ooh, thank you, Spirit, so much. Thank you. Oh, look up in the mirror like, damn, she the one. The one. Okay. We often see Lizzo, you know, in her videos, it's usually her solo, but you see a couple of her friends that she's really close to. Okay, pulling this top card here. I know like her DJ is somebody like who's been around, who's been with her for a really long time. Also, random things Spirit's telling me, but like expect more, maybe some like her doing more flute solos. She may be doing more flute solos, or like I see her being featured on other songs where like she's doing the flute, like she's, or like videos where you see her doing her playing the flute more. Like it's just something about that. So what's going on with her friendships? Whew, this Tower card coming up twice is definitely a signal. This Tower card coming up twice. All right. We got the Two of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Tower card. The Tower card. There may be a friendship ending. There may be a friendship ending because it wasn't built on, it wasn't sturdy enough. Like, I'm seeing the story of someone who this is an interesting thing. Spirit's showing me, so you see how this person is holding one wand and like a ball in his hand, and then you see another hand with the other wand. Then you have this person who's, this person who is in this like maybe church or some kind of building, and he's working on it. He's working on the construction. And then you see the tower falling. This is the building falling. This is showing me, and y'all can see patterns and stories within the tarot, and you can see the arc of it. I see a friendship ending, a significant friendship in her life that may be ending because it wasn't built on the things that were needed. I think initially Lizzo thought that this person was part of my journey, part of her journey, this Two of Wands, right? Part of me kind of, you know, Two of Wands is someone kind of looking out and seeing what's available to them. And she had a friend who was there with her through that, helped her work on building up herself, building her career. But there is something here that like something that has happened in the construction of their friendship that was never built on anything sturdy or anything of sustenance or anything of longevity. It was never like, this is something that is gonna hurt her, but it was something that, like, Spirit's saying is like seasons, people are sometimes only into your only in your life for a season, and that season is up. And that's why Spirit wanted me, particularly why Spirit wanted me to do something on friendship, because in the tarot card coming out twice is like, this is gonna be something that is going to rock her a bit. You see two people here falling. You see the thunder, the lightning, the fire, the waves crashing, the wind. It's just like, this is the destructive force of the nature of friendship. This is like the destructive nature of friendship. Friendship can be very, it's supposed to be reciprocal. Both people have to be invested. Both people have to be invested in building trust, right? Building connection, communication, loyalty. Those are important aspects of a friendship. Love, kinship. Oftentimes our friends can be our family. We consider our friends our family, like our sisters, our brothers, right? So unfortunately, it's something where whatever that they had built together it's not going to withstand. It's not going to withstand what's coming next in Lizzo's life. And their season is going to be ending. There is a specific friend. I'm thinking it's a man, and maybe a male friend that she's known for some time. It could even be a family member. I don't know if she has any siblings where they have like a falling out. And it's a huge falling out. It is a huge falling out. But there's something here that's signaling it is going to be a male figure here, and not just because I'm seeing it in the pictures, because I'm also visually seeing it. It's going to be a falling out. It's going to be hurtful. But it was, I don't want to say, it could have been prevented. I think there's something here that's saying maybe it might have been prevented, but if it was just the way in which their friendship came to be. It was the way in which their friendship came to be, and it wasn't sturdy enough, right? When like people say like, when castles are built on sand, right? What happens? It sinks. It falls to the ground. It's not built on anything sturdy. It's not built on anything substantial. And because of that, things fall to the wayside, and they have to. If you don't have a strong foundation, y'all, I think that's with like anything that you're doing, even with anyone. If you don't have a strong foundation with someone, it's hard for that thing to last, right? To weather the storm, right? When they say weather the storm, like sometimes things have to fall apart in order for you to rebuild again and build back up again on something that is much more sturdy. And that happens sometimes in relationships. If it's not built on anything of substance, of sustenance, it's not going to withstand those like fights. It's not going to withstand those fights that you've had, with your sibling or with your parent, or with like, those relationships, those really strong familiar or friendship relationships. It's hard to withstand it if it wasn't built on anything strong and anything sturdy. And so this is showing me that like it wasn't built well. It wasn't built strong enough to withstand a tower moment. So something is coming to an end for her. And her friendship, it could also be a familial relationship. I'm seeing like maybe a brother. Spirit is telling me no, they're not going to be able to come out of it. Yeah. It's something where they're not going to be able to come out of it. So it is showing some kind of ending here, or something that is being destroyed. And sometimes people are only in your life for a season, and I think that's something that it's a lesson that she's going to have to learn, Yeah. All right. Spirit wants me to pull a card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. I'm just going to pull one card. Spirit, only one? All right. Thank you, Spirit. We're just going to pull one card for her about, Spirit, where is she at? Any advice to her? Any insight you want to provide about Lizzo? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. Spirit told me to shuffle 3 times. I was like, oh, okay. Thank you, Spirit, in the name of Jesus. Thank you. Okay. Stillness. So stillness came out. This is of a swan, surrounded by. It looks like the swan is on ice, and you see kind of like crystals. You know how like crystallizations form on the outside of a picture or a glass, and snow, and you see like green and purple lights. It's interesting. Spirit is showed me an image of her. There's something that is haunting her. There's something that's haunting her that she's like afraid to address. There's something here that's haunting her. There's something that she's working through. She's working through something that has been scaring her and haunting her. Something that she's afraid of. I see her afraid. There's something that she's afraid of. She's afraid. And it's not like, there's like something that terrifies her, but it's something that she's like afraid to face. Because I have an image of her kind of like walking down a dark hallway. And she's almost there. It's like she's almost there. She's close to like getting to it so that she can face it. But she keeps running back. I see her like running back to her room and in her bed crying, covers over her head. And it's like something that like she's struggling to face. but she has to face it, y'all. I feel like other people are really going to resonate with this reading. Spirit is just telling me something. It's like somebody else, there's going to be a few people here who are just going to be resonating with like Lizzo and like what's happening with her right now, because there's like similarities. And this card though is like, it kind of reminds me of the Hanged Man in reverse. It's like, you need to be still. It's time for you. Forget everything that's happening. Like, forget everything that's happening right now. Like, you need to sit your behind down. Spirit, the way Spirit confirms stuff is just the most amazing thing to me. But stillness. Spirit is telling her she needs to sit her behind down. Like, there's something that she is not addressing or has not faced yet out of fear. And she's almost there. It's like she's almost there in like addressing it and finally like looking at it, staring at it in the face and being like, no, you know, or something where she's facing it. But right now, there's a fear there, and she has to stop. She has to quiet herself, quiet her being, quiet her mind, get to a place of stillness. All is quiet, where she can hear herself, where she can hear nothing but a pin drop, right? Like, she has to be so quiet and so still in order for her to find the answer and face herself and to face those fears that she has. That's the only thing that's going to lead her to the solution that she seeks. And this is for somebody else who's going to watch this video. It is, you really have to get quiet and be still. That's going to, and that is where you're going to find your answer. That is going to be where you find your solution, in your stillness, in your quiet. This is not a time to be moving. This is not a time of movement. This is a period of incubation. This is a period of, this is winter time, right? We're experiencing, right now where I'm at, we're experiencing winter. And other people are probably experiencing other seasons as well. But this is a time for incubation. This is a time of being still, of hibernation, of quiet, of finding peace, of finding solace, of hearing oneself, hearing one's voice, getting still, being quiet. So this is for Lizzo, and this is also for someone out there. There's someone else who needs to hear these messages. But for Lizzo, this is exactly what she needs to do. It's going to help her in this next phase of her personal journey that she's preparing to go through. All right, so thank you, Spirit. That's what's coming through for Lizzo. All right, that was her reading, y'all. That was my reading on Lizzo. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you liked the video, if the messages resonated with you, please comment below. I would love to hear your feedback. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Of course, there's so much more videos coming up along the way. Thank you so much again for my subscribers, for my watchers. Stay tuned for more videos. All right, it's your girl Nisi here with Wild Pear Tarot, and I'm gonna catch y'all later. Bye.